I always say that it's important to know where to look for official information.
Welcome to the Volunteer Support Podcast, brought to you by the European Union's co-funded project Promptus EDU, a collaboration between associations Audi South Mori and Building Bridges.
Welcome to a new episode of our Volunteer Support Podcast series, Promptus EDU. Today we are diving into the world of youth exchanges and training courses in the framework of the Erasmus Plus program. I'm Luisa from Asociación Building Bridges, and today I have the honor to record this episode with Antonio, ESC Coordinator. Welcome.
Thank you, Luisa. It's my pleasure to be here to speak a bit about the youth exchanges and training course. So, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, and I'm super happy. But before moving to the core of our episode, I would like to provide our listener with some practical information about the Erasmus Plus program, because I think that not everybody knows what it is. So the Erasmus Plus program is the European program aimed at supporting education, training, youth and sport in Europe. More specifically, the 2021-2027 program places a strong focus on social inclusion, green and digital transition, and promoting young participation in democratic life. It means that the Erasmus program offers mobility and cooperation opportunities in different fields, such as education, vocational education, training, school education, adult education. But today we are going to talk about and learn more about youth exchanges and training courses.
Yes, the youth exchanges and training courses, they are part of Erasmus Plus Youth, the part of Erasmus Plus that is focused in the development of youth. And we can start with youth exchanges, maybe. That I think is like one of my favorite actions. In fact, I'm so mad that I discovered them so late. Now that I'm 28 and I'm very busy right now and I can't participate anymore.
Yeah.
So it's a great option for young people. The youth exchanges offer the chance to live and work with young people from different countries or to share projects for different periods. During this exchange, participants engage in diverse activities such as workshops, exchanges, cultural evenings, sports, or outdoor adventures. And experiences gained in all these days are recognized through Youth Pass. That is a tool that acknowledges learning outcomes from youth work and solidarity activities. The youth exchange offer a unique opportunity for personal growth and cultural exchange and skill development.
Yeah, so we could say that it's an opportunity to meet new people, learn new languages, learn new cultures, travel, learn about some specific topics. So it's like a win-win, all in.
Yeah, and of course everything is covered from the European Union. So it's a great way for people to travel and have these experiences for free or almost for free. Do you want to tell us how do they work, more or less?
Yeah, of course. So when we talk about youth exchanges, we are talking about exchanges open to people between the ages of 13 and 30. If you are older than 30, you are not excluded. You can participate, but as a group leader. Actually, to be a group leader, you have to be older than 18 years old. Something you were mentioning before, which is very interesting, is that it's completely funded by EU grants. This means that participant who participates in a youth exchange has all the expenses covered. There is a fixed amount to cover travel expenses, like trains or flights, wherever the participant needs to go from their home to the place where the youth exchange is going to take place. Furthermore, they have accommodation and also food included for all the duration of the training course. So you don't have to worry about how much you should spend for the accommodation or for eating, because it's all covered. And I think this is great, because I think that it's a unique opportunities when you are 18 years old or 20 years old and you are not working. And the only thing that you have to do is to pay your flights, and after you will also have a reimbursement for the flights.
So yeah, that's the only thing that that the participant would have to cover by himself in the first moment to buy the transportation to the place, and then after the project it will be reimbursed. So yeah, when the people is 18 and they don't have money, so that's what I was saying before, that I'm so mad that I couldn't participate before. And then in these youth exchanges, they participate people from different countries. Normally they have groups of like 5 to 7 countries, and normally 4 to 6 participants per country.
And the minimum are 16 participants and maximum 60. The duration of youth exchanges ranges from 5 to 21 days. We already said the travel expenses are covered, such as accommodation and food, but how to participate? Is it difficult? No. You can participate through informal group or through organization. And looking for organization, it's easy. One advice we would like to give to our listeners is to look for scientific organization from their country. Look through also not only organization website, but also Facebook group or Instagram, because those are places where organizations tend to advertise the training courses they are organizing, or the training courses they are in partnership with.
Yes.
I'm saying this because it's group of participants from a specific country as a sending organization from their country that helps them also in arranging all travel details or preparing before leaving for the youth exchange.
Yeah, exactly. The way this project works, in case someone is wondering, like, but how this happens, the organizations apply to the Erasmus Plus program to get this project funded. So it's a cooperation between organizations or non-formal groups from different countries. So you just have to check that the project has an organization from your country. And then, of course, the organizations, they normally promote their projects in, as Luisa said, Facebook groups, but probably not a lot of people is in Facebook anymore. Yeah. But in Instagram group, you can just search for youth exchanges, and you will find some groups and pages where you can find these projects. They're normally projects with a lot of different countries participating, so that shouldn't be a problem. And also, you can also contact youth organizations that you can look for in your country. And
how to look for an organization? If you can't use Facebook, Instagram, or I don't know, you are thinking about where can I find an organization, you can always reach out to your Erasmus Plus national agency and see the list of organizations that are accredited by the program participating in the Erasmus Plus program is. I always say that it's important to know where to look for official information. We can have access to a lot of informal channels, but it's also important to know that there are specific websites like the Erasmus Plus website, the Erasmus Plus national agency, and it's also always a good idea to look for the official information too.
And then on how to participate, when you find some project, normally online, normally they will have an application form, and they may ask you what is your motivation to participate in the project. The motivation is key because there are no other requirements other than the age. So you don't have to have any prior experience. You don't have to have any technical knowledge. So the selection normally is based on the motivation of people. So if you want to participate in a project, you just have to fill some application form. The organization will receive it, and if they like your profile, you can be selected, no problem.
So what are you waiting for? Look for your sending organization and join a project, because I think that's a really great opportunity to grow also as a person. And if you want to grow also as a youth worker, maybe you have already participated in different youth exchanges, you are already familiar with the program, you want to know more, I would also recommend participating in training course within the Erasmus Plus program, because those training courses are opportunity for professional or these training courses are opportunity for youth workers or people interested in knowing more about programming and about also the third sector and also all the Erasmus Plus world, which is huge, very, very big. Today we are covering just, I think, the 1% of all the opportunities that Erasmus provide to people and young people in Europe. But going back to our point, training courses. Training courses like youth exchanges are completely funded by the program. That's why I like them, because you only have to buy your flight and then you get your reimbursed and you have accommodation and food. So you are totally covered during the days of the training course. Training courses normally last 1 week or 5 days. It depends on the organization organizing the training course or how many days the organization needs to provide all the information of the training. And normally training courses are for youth workers, but don't be shy. You can apply also if you...
Yeah, maybe if you're interested in the topic. Because actually the training courses and the youth exchanges, they share a lot of similarities. For example, they both use a non-formal methodology. The difference is mostly about the topics, and the training courses, of course, they are focused in being like a training program for the youth workers. While the youth exchanges, they can be more based in the cultural exchange, in having fun, in raising awareness about some topic. But yeah, they're not so different. With the difference that the youth exchanges, they have the age limit of 30.
Yes.
But the training courses, they have no limit of age. So if, for example, a lot of people ask us, is there any limit for some opportunities? People that are like 33, 35, and they cannot participate in the youth exchanges anymore. They can participate in the training courses. So that's a really good option for people that they can participate in youth exchanges anymore.
Yeah, but also for people looking for personal development in specific area of interest. Maybe you are studying education and you would like to go deeper inside non-formal methodologies in education. Even if you're not a youth worker, you can participate in a training course and be trained on these kind of methodologies that maybe you are not able to learn at university or in another area of study. So it's a way also to develop and grow personally and professionally. But let's go to practical advices. Where can I find training courses? There is a specific website which is salto-youth.net, which is the official webpage where you can find training opportunity. Actually, Salto means Support Advanced Learning and Training Opportunity for Youth. And they work within the Erasmus Plus Youth and European Solidarity Corps program. So if you go inside the website, you can look for different activities, different training courses. Each training will have its own description, contact details. If you need more information, you can also contact directly the organization involved in the organization of the training courses. You will also read if there are any restrictions. And for example, sometimes there are participating countries in specific projects, so you will be able to see if your country is included in this specific project. Normally, all EU countries and countries associated to the program are included in the organization of both youth exchanges and training courses.
Sometimes they have some partner organizations, but in the case of training courses, there's a lot when there's no limit. So that's also another advantage. And also another advantage is that, as Luisa said, in Salto is like the official page, so you can find like all the trainings there, and it's very easy to use. So yeah, that's.
Actually, there is a calendar. You can look for the European Training Calendar, which is literally an online calendar when you can see the name of the training courses, the dates, deadlines to send the applications, and you can apply directly through the Salto webpage. So the process is quite easy, and it's not require a big experience in the field. Even in this case, it's a very valuable the motivation of participant and why are they interested in participating in the specific training course.
Yes, and I think we have spoken that these activities, in the case of the youth exchanges, they promote like cultural exchange and meeting new people, everything. And the training courses, they are more focused in the training part. But we haven't spoken about like the topics, what kind of things we can do, what we can learn about in these programs, for example.
There are a lot of topics. Gender equality, inclusion. My favorite is environment.
And and this, I think they're like the most common, like mental health, but there's also like very different topics such as gastronomy, healthy life.
Yeah.
I mean, almost anything can be the topic of a youth exchange. When it comes to training courses, there's a lot of trainings on, prevention of discrimination, of facilitation skills, of...
Also Erasmus Plus programs. There are lots of training courses on how to write projects, how to apply to different kinds of programs, how to be informed about the different programs involved in the Erasmus Plus program. So it's also a way to be trained on how to work in the field of EU funding programs.
Definitely, and of course, these projects, as the people can participate. Also, in the case of the youth exchanges, they can be organized by non-formal groups or organizations. So if you start participating and you say like, "Hey, this is cool. Maybe I could do this in my city, in my town." That's the option. You just have to apply for the project and write the project and explain why should it be funded and everything. But you could make your own project and have people from all parts of Europe or the Erasmus Plus program countries in your city or wherever you want to, and create your own activities for them.
Yes, but I would like to ask you a little bit about how it is to participate in a youth exchange or in a training course.
Okay, yeah, I think it can be useful, so you can get to see how it's from inside this training. So, for example, I participated in summer 2021 in a youth exchange. It was called Take Action, and it was a youth exchange about video making. So we were like 30 people, more or less. We were coming from Latvia, Italy, and Spain. And in the course of this youth exchange, we learned how to produce, to edit our own videos. So normally the first days, they start with some ice-breaking activities to creating a sense of belonging in the group, so everyone is more calm and having fun. Some activities, for example, that of course they are all framed in the non-formal methodology. One of them, for example, it was very cool. It was to create a short film made by 10 pictures. But the catch was that the director of the short film was blindfolded, so he couldn't see anything. And he had to communicate his idea to the people while he was blindfolded. And such as that one, a lot of different practical activities, some theoretical part, but it's not like the main part of non-formal education. And then we get to meet local NGOs, so we get to know what they did in her everyday life. And then we made a video for them, and we edited, and then we presented at the end of the youth exchanges, and we made like a film festival where we showed our own videos.
Ooh.
So that's a bit like the base of non-formal education, the learning by doing, and in the practical part, let's say, so for the people to understand it, of course I had to buy my own flights to get to Italy. But other than that, I didn't pay anything. And I was like 10 days in Italy, and I spent less than 100 euros that I spent in like extra things, maybe a souvenir or something like that.
Yeah.
But of course, we were hosted in a hostel in a park with, of course, shared rooms and everything. The kitchen was a bit like self-managed with some volunteers they had there. But yeah, we had like 5 meals per day, the accommodation all free. Then, of course, if we wanted to have like a beer or something like that, we would pay for that ourselves. But yeah, it was like 10 days in Italy, meeting a lot of people. I'm still in contact with some people I met there. And and then when I came back, I got refunded for the tickets, for the flights. And I don't know, it was like a great experience, and that's where I discovered these programs. And I said, like, why in the last 5 years I didn't know about this? I mean, now I'm working and I don't have time to do them anymore.
I have to confess that I thought the same when I discovered those programs, and it's true. Yeah, and I think that one of the most interesting parts is also to live with, I don't know, like 12 people for 10 days, 24 hours per day. Mm-hmm. It's like always sharing something. That can be an activity, the roof, the kitchen. It's always been in company. Definitely. I remember that my first experience in a training course, when I came back home, I needed to stay alone for like a couple of hours.
Yeah, or a couple of days maybe.
Yeah, because I realized that I was speaking without stopping.
Yeah.
And it was like this for 7 days. And after, my brain is exploding. But it keeps being an amazing experience. Yeah. I participated in a training course called META, Methodologies for European Trainers in Action. And I wanted to name this to make an example of a kind of training course to implement non-formal education methodologies. Because, for example, during this training course, I had a chance to enhance my competencies in the field of youth. And I had also the chance to meet other youth workers and people working in the field. They were sharing their experiences and also their methodologies. So it's also a way not only to learn, but to share. But I love to say that sharing is caring, because you're always learning something from someone, and you can teach something to someone.
Definitely.
So it's, I use these methodologies, and I use this, but we can put together and make like the extended version, or I can modify this because maybe it works better like this. So it's a way to learn and implement. And I think that I came back that I had so many things that I learned that I had to write them down, because I was forgetting everything, because it was a lot.
And even in your case, it was in Madrid, where you live right now. Like sometimes you don't even have to go that far to do a project like this. You can find some in your local area and enjoy the experience at the same time.
Yeah, it's true. And I was also sharing rooms in the middle of the nature, and it was really interesting also to stay in contact with the nature. Like you say, I live in Madrid, so it's kind of city life.
To change the yeah.
So at the end, it's a way to escape a little bit from your routine, meet new people, and learn new things.
Well, and practice a lot of English. In one project that I participated, there was this guy that came from Spain that when he arrived, he didn't spoke a word. And at the end, he was speaking quite a lot. It was great. You will always find people that will help you if that's an issue for you, or if any issue you may have. There's a lot of camaraderie there.
Yeah, it's true.
So
I have to say that youth exchanges and training courses are only two of opportunities provided by the European Union to young people.
Two of the best.
Two of the best, yeah. But there are a lot opportunities you can look for and apply for. And I would like to suggest to look for the Eurodesk Opportunity Finder online, which is a web page where young people can look for opportunities. They can be training opportunities, or also internships, or volunteering opportunities. So I would like to leave this here. Eurodesk Opportunity Finder, because there are a lot to discover and also to live.
Definitely. And I hope that some people they decide to apply for a youth exchange or a training course, because there are there's always like free placements, and they're like very cool experience. I think people that they start, they don't stop doing them in a long time.
Yeah. Then they start working and
and you start making podcasts about how cool it is.
But really, thank you, Antonio, for sharing your experience.
My pleasure.
I hope that our listeners are already looking for opportunities online. And we always say that you can also contact with us if you need more information. We will be happy to provide all the official website too they may need. Go and look for your training course. You never know where we are going to go.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.